Well, hello, YT
I know
family.
it has been a good while. The last video I uploaded was a hair video, and that was in September of 2015. What in the world have I been
Well,
doing? This will be my name is Victory update number 17. And there are a few things that I would like to talk about. And I have my tissues just in case I get a little emotional because it is some tender stuff. As a cancer thriver, I use the word thriver versus survivor. There's some things that I have learned a little bit more in my second year. Um, I'm about to hit my second year anniversary of finishing chemo next month, so that is exciting. And I'm doing well health wise, so don't fall out. No, no return of cancer. That's not it. So, since the last time I did my update, which would have been in June of 2015, so yes, it is a full year since you've had an update. It's been on my mind, but I will talk to you about that a little bit later. I've had my port removed, so that lovely scar you see on my chest, right here, that is from where they removed the port. So that is a celebratory moment, even though it's about a whole year and something later. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I'm excited about that being removed. And what I'm on right now is on a 6 month checkup in terms of having a mammogram done on the left breast. And just a little short recap, if this is the first time you're watching any of my videos, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2013. I did all the treatments and surgery. I did breast conservation and all those kind of things in 2014. And I've, like I said, about to hit my second anniversary post treatment of dealing with the chemo. And then, of course, in October will be when I finished all my treatments. So that would be my true second anniversary. So lots of great things. So that's the skinny on that. Well, 2015 was an amazing year in terms of things that drove me forward. What do I mean by that? Well, I needed to finish out my second year as a national officer for my professional association, and I really wanted to finish that strong. So I ran, just ran. And I was done. I was done with my treatments. I was excited. It was a fresh year, and I felt I had a little bit to prove that I still had the goods. And so I ran. It was a blur. 2015 for me was a blur. Didn't do things haphazardly, but it was just popping, 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 popping. And so when I would rest on the weekends, I really needed that rest to recover from all the things that I was doing work wise personally. So we moved into 2016, and I have my handy notes so that I can stay focused because I am not editing this video. I have footage that I've captured, hair growth, journey, everything. Maybe I'll get the hair update done next week or in 2 weeks. But anyway, so what I feel is what may have should have felt like the aftermath, the after effect, the quote unquote let down, cool down, whatever you want to say, in 2015 because I had so many things that I needed, I felt I wanted to do, and like I said, just that focus. I feel it now in 2016. What do I mean by that? Well, it's certain things that, your mind is an amazing thing. God gave us an amazing mind. And it's certain things that I don't do. Uh, if you watched any of my previous videos, you know that I'm a crafter, I'm a creative. I have not done that in probably over a good year. A couple of Saturdays ago, I finally sat down and did some work with some fiber, making a item I need to give to a person as part of a challenge that was on Facebook. The first 5 people, you give them something handmade. So like I'm a whole year behind giving those out, which I still have their names and I plan to do. But yes, for me, it's just very renewing to do to craft. And for me to not craft, was like a wow for me. Like, wow, why am I not crafting? On top of that, for those who know me personally, know that I like social media. And I was, wasn't a day that you didn't get 2, 3 pictures popped up or a little short message tweeted out or a little vid just done with some encouragement. I haven't done that. As you can see, September of 2015 was the last video I had done for YouTube. And if you see just how often I was doing it, there's a big old gap. That. The other thing is my I made sure that I did my glamour. Oh my gosh. If I was going to the treatments, I was cute from head to toe. And I may not have any hair, but I was still cute from head to toe. So I have found that I just have this aversion, no glamour. And for me, that is a creative expression. I don't always do like a total beat face for work, but I like a little bit of eyeshadow and those kind of things. So that's an amazing thing. It's like, really? For me to recognize that. There's a few other things that it's just part of my nature to do. But PC, post cancer, I find that I don't do those. And just resting on the weekends, more so just not wanting to do anything. That is not like me at all. Even my lovely, and God bless her, neighbor, recognize that. And I have been sharing with people that I have this aversion to things that I did during my treatment and maybe even post to help me come through those things. And so we're going to talk about my plan to shift because I do need the shift. For me, being a creative person, doing cooking videos, making recipes, just all those kind of things, even if I don't make a video, it just nourishes me. It does things for me. Now, don't get it twisted. I love God. I'm so glad that I'm saved by his son, Christ Jesus, and my relationship is right with him. And that is one thing that has not changed. But I will say that my frequency of gathering with my brothers and sisters in Christ Jesus has trickled down some. And it's not anything that has happened with them. I love my place of worship. I love my pastors and those kind of things. So I just put it all into all that boat of things, healthy, good things that I need to shift back into and help my mind understand that you can't connect those. You got to disconnect the experience of dealing with the cancer with those things that just enrich me and it's like nourishment for my soul. So that is a biggie. And I remember a brother sharing with me about his wife and her not wanting to do anything. And of course, like I said, 2015, I was hopping and popping and I didn't understand. Well, now I understand. And that you, as a cancer thriver, once you've come through it all and you've done that nesting, you've done all those things that help you come through, now you have to be intentional. So this is where I'm going. Being intentional. So it's not something you know the saying, eat the elephant one bite at a time, and that is true. And it's just like this for me. I'm going to eat the elephant one bite at a time. I don't beat myself up. I know that I went through an experience. I know that it was very challenging. I know my body was subject to some strong treatment. So I don't feel bad about where I am. And I'm glad that I am aware. And that's the first part is just being aware of where you are. That's the first part of going towards that shift. So I acknowledged it. And I was glad that finally someone else acknowledged it too. Because I had been mentioning to several people. I don't know if they heard me when I was saying it to them, what I was saying to them, but finally someone heard me. So being intentional. And it's not to wear myself out and tear up the road, but like doing a video. So my goal was to get this video today done. And I wrote out a whole bunch of stuff. So I might have to look at my notes and make sure I cover them. Getting my video done. I will do my update video. I give myself 2 weeks to do my hair update video so that you can see the massive hair growth that I have had. Massive. I mean, the Lord has blessed my head amazingly. And one of the things that I said that I wanted to make sure is that I am creative with my natural hair. So I tried this little thing I got going on up here, um, bun, twisted, whatever you want to call it, because I just didn't want to wear my hair out in an afro all the time. And then, my ends. And so I needed to protect the style and all those kind of things. I just didn't have that focus. The other thing that I did today, and I didn't realize, but I was out of iron tablets, and though I wasn't showing any signs of like eating ice and those kind of things, I'm sure that I was low. So I got me some iron, and I have been taking a B12 tablet, but prior to that, I used to always do the B12 liquid. So I went and got me some of that, so to help me with my energy level, and to so just being very conscious of paying my body, my energy level, and then planning, to do one or two things on the weekend. Weekdays I work, but maybe one thing during the week outside of work that is, and not related to the church, making those services, but going to do something like water aerobics, because I do need to build my conditioning back up. I need to start working on my strength. And as you see, I have my sleeve on today, and that is because my arm started to swell. I was having extra pain in it, and I couldn't figure out why. And then when I put my sleeve on, I realized I was retaining fluid. So that's something that you just have to be mindful of, and so that you can get that fluid out and do all your therapy, which I have videos about sharing about my experience going through lymphedema therapy. So I'm glad I have that knowledge. The other thing is that I had to go to a chiropractor. I had never been to a chiropractor. And my body was so discombobulated that I was having a lot of pain up in this area. And after my first experience, and they said, well, how are you coming up with that number? But 93% of that pain went away. And it was really, really bad. It was just, and it wasn't getting any better. And I'm glad that I can have that treated without taking medication. So I'm kind of on a 2-week rotation, then eventually we'll start spreading it out. Um, so everything stays in alignment. What an amazing thing. Wow, this video is getting long. So, intentional. Paying attention to where I am, making sure that I'm getting the proper nourishment and supplements that my body needs. Planning one or two things a month for me to do, and then do them, not just plan them and cancel out, but partner up with someone who will be my accountability person. So they will show up at my house and say, okay, well, you need to get ready if I'm not ready and I'm trying to drag around and there's nothing wrong with me, to get me out and about. I love being with people. I know that we can be very challenging, but I love people and getting me out and about. And then once a month, crafting something, whether I'm making jewelry or or something else, just making, because I am a maker. And that is it. I'm not going to overwhelm myself. And I just praise God that for the victory of bringing me through. And my thing is always to be honest and upfront with you all, because I know that I have people that watch my videos. And I want you to understand that you can experience this, but you don't have to stay there. And what you need to do to move forward. And that's whether you need to talk to someone just for that release, that they will hear you, whatever you need to do, but you cannot stay in that meh stage. I have a lot of living to do. My kingdom assignment is not done. And so I got to keep moving forward. And I'm not going to be slapping in floor. No, I'm going forward energetically, thriving forward, and being the powerful, impactful person that I was born to be. And so, with that being said, and it's long, 15 minutes and 32 seconds, and it's ticking. Keep the faith, keep moving forward, be encouraged. There's a whole lot of living to do. So keep striving and thriving.